Forget integration programmes. One council has been funding precisely the opposite. So, as you can see via this table here, between October 2019 and March 2020, Tower Hamlets Council in East London has used taxpayers' money to teach second and third generation immigrants to brush up on their Somali, Bengali and Arabic language skills. Well, I'm sure the residents of Tower Hamlets appreciate their money being spent on this. Are there no potholes that need filling in? Are there no local care centres that need funding? Anything like that? No. We've got to teach second and third generation people how to speak the language that, frankly, their parents should have just taught them. But I'm joined now by political commentator Aman Bagal. Aman, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Should the taxpayer be spending money on people who are really from Somalia learning how to speak Somali?
On the contrary, I think what we need in this country is a far greater emphasis on learning the English language. But going back to Tower Hamlets about this, I think, look, Tower Hamlets is supposedly so-called London Borough Tower Hamlets. I think it's the greatest example of Blair's failed multicultural experiment that's been imposed on the UK for the last 3 decades. I mean, let's break this down. Tower Hamlets, the greatest amount of child poverty in the UK, more than 30,000 people on the housing waiting list. And not just that, they've just recently employed an officer at £40,000 a year to supposedly welcome Afghan refugees or Afghan illegal migrants into homes procured by the local authority at cost to the local council taxpayer. This is a borough that has the largest proportion of people in the UK, anywhere in a borough, that do not speak the English language as their first language. There are 8% of people who cannot speak a word of English in Tower Hamlets. Surely that's where the money should be going. Look, I would argue that it's about time that this Tower Hamlets place, you know, it's got a long, unfortunate history of bad governance, of corruption. It should be put into special measures. Otherwise, it ought to be just renamed as Greater Dhaka.
Right, OK. I mean, I do think their most famous export is actually Shamima Begum, isn't it, Tower Hamlets? But, I mean, is it not also fundamentally the responsibility of parents? So, like, for example, my dad comes from Greek heritage, but he was born here. If I wanted to learn Greek, I wouldn't expect the taxpayer to fund that. What's going on there?
Well, indeed. I mean, look, when I first arrived in England, I came on first day in primary school speaking just 2 words of English. And you know what? Here I am today in front of you, making the case that, look, the English language is what unites us as Britain. And it's about time that we conserve Britain as Britain and not, you know, let it be turned into this dystopian versions, you know, this so-called UK. It simply is not on. But look, taxpayers' money, again, going into all these things, this is, you know, again, the work of leftists, peddling this whole diversity is our strength brigade. It really isn't. National unity is our greatest strength, and that comes through a shared language, and that is English. I mean, look, as a family, we taught our 2 children here both Punjabi and Hindi. And of course, we did that as a family, but as a community, you know, there are dozens of gurdwaras up and down Britain that have weekend Punjabi language classes. And that's the approach that should be taken to preserve both heritage and this place that we call our home. I mean, look, for me, it's a very simple matter, Patrick. If English is not being treated as your first and primary language, and you're far more interested in your mother tongue, then surely you should be in your mother country and not here in England.
Well, there you go. Aman, look, thank you very, very much. It's always a real pleasure to speak to you in whatever language, actually. Aman Bagal, political commentator. Take care until next time. A spokesman for Tower Hamlets Council has said our Young Community Languages programme offers free classes that help children and young people to learn a range of additional languages. It helps raise the aspirations of our younger residents and support their educational journeys.